that trees absorb carbon dioxide. Is that right?
They do, yes.
Yes.
They don't absorb carbon dioxide. As such, directly they use the carbon dioxide for their process.
Photosynthesis.
Which is called photosynthesis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now suppose the tree cover in India is around 30%, 23 to 27%, something like that. Now supposing we'll grow lots of trees and all that, can we mitigate climate change? And then I say that look,
because as simple as that, see that the carbon dioxide that the trees absorb is because they use it in photosynthesis. But the trees also breathe like human beings. So they emit carbon dioxide as well.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So the balance between what they take in and what they emit is often, a fraction more or fraction less. For example, in the night, trees only emit carbon dioxide and not sort of absorb anything. Which is why, in the night time, the entire absorption is not even happening for trees. So to have a perceptible change, see, forests play a very important role. Trees play a very important role in capturing carbon in their bodies, let's say. Which is why we get all the fossil fuels even today. The kind of fossil fuels that we get in form of petroleum and in form of coal are basically fossilized trees and fossilized biomass, fossilized carbon. So that is obviously a major source of our energy requirement that we have today and that we need today. Now, just planting trees will increase that, but then the one tree planted today to have a carbon sort of impact will take many years. So there's nothing that can lead to a perceptible change in, let's say, recent future.
Okay. Now, what are the solutions to mitigate climate change? 4 or 5 solutions. One is emit less carbon. Let's keep the political part of the debate outside at present.
Emit less carbon. That's only, I would say that. I mean, there are many ways.
So that's back to, let's say, switching to public transportation.
See, those are all under emit less carbon. Let's say.
Probably consume less non-vegetarian food and all that.
All that. I mean, having efficient power generating systems, switching to renewable energy systems, using more of wind and solar and so on.
And probably non-vegetarian food also contributes to carbon emission?
Non-vegetarian food, yes it does, but not to the extent where we should be scared, or not to the extent where we should be startled. But see, across the world, the maximum amount of energy is used either industrial use or household use.
Okay. Or transportation.
So that there are 3 processes where three sort of areas where we generally emit maximum amount of carbon.
What other solutions are there?
About?
For mitigating climate change?
Mitigating climate change, there is only that's what I say, that there's only one solution. To have not to cut down forests, let's say.
Okay.
Not to cut down forests.
But then why did you not support my thing that let's grow the tree cover?
No, because these forests, see again, the forests which are there for, let's say, thousands of years or more than thousands of years, those are the forests which have a value in terms of carbon. The forests which are new forests, let's say if you plant a social forest or under social forest, if you plant a forest, in that forest in 10 years time will not be carbon rich. That's the term that we use. So that the carbon value of that forest will be almost negligible compared to the carbon value of a 1,000-year-old or a 2,000-year-old forest. So we should not cut those 2,000-year-old or 1,000-year-old forests.
I think carbon value isn't as in their ability to absorb carbon, is it?
Not quite. The carbon already they have absorbed.
Okay.
The carbon, the forests are called carbon sinks. So if you
cut them, the carbon will be released.
The carbon will be released.
Okay. So not cut down on carbon, reduce carbon consumption through industrial, household or transportation use. What third solution would you suggest?
I can't say because these are all established processes that we can talk about.
Okay.
I don't see any other immediate. See, transportation is one. This one is one. not cutting forest is one, old forest. Emitting less is obviously one. Then switching to renewable energy or using more and more renewable energy is one.
Okay.
Renewable forms of energy.